This is the beginning form. We call it Tiger Cub. It came after our Tiger 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as we found that Tiger 1 was a little bit too complicated for the younger students to tackle as their first form. So we made this form 25 years ago that goes in a straight line, has less to it, a little bit easier to learn. It's basically centered around 3 sets of 3. The beginning of each form starts in a ready position, our ready stance. We step in with our left foot, feet together, hands at your sides, and bow. And back to the ready position. The first snap out, each set we call a snap out, and we break them down by the snap out, or by the sets, so that they're easier to perform as a group, to practice, and to learn. So the first snap out will be stepping out to a left forward stance. I want to make sure my hips are engaged facing the front. My front knee is bent out over my front toes. My back leg is straight with the edge of my feet pressed firmly on the ground, hands up on an on guard position. I'm going to start with a sweeping block. I'm going to take my left hand, my front hand, set it up like I'm making a muscle. I'm going to bring it across. Right as it gets to the center, it snaps, and the other hand pulls home. Our home position is not at our belt and not stuffed up under our armpit, but right in the middle, right at our rib cage. And it takes both hands to do a good block. That way you're pivoting your hips and getting power into it. Notice the block comes across flat, no dip. Otherwise it wouldn't work right. So block, I'm going to open my hand up, chop down at an angle to the side of my opponent's neck. Fingers together, hitting with the blade of my hand, and then pulling this hand back to home as I punch. So the first sequence is block, chop, punch. That's our first set of 3. Again, bow, and stepping out, hands on guard. Block with both hands, chop, punch. Then we're going to do 3 kicks. Now in our system we differentiate between snap kicks and thrust kicks, whipping kicks and pushing kicks. So the first 3 are going to be snapping kicks. I'm going to bring my leg up with my heel tucked in. I'm going to whip it out and back, kicking with the ball of my foot. So my foot has to swivel as I kick. If I kick like this, I'm kicking up. There's nothing to hit with. It'll miss. So you need to reach forward on those kicks, but they still need to whip. So I'm going to do the first kick, and as I kick, I'm switching those hands to protect the kicking side. Kick, step down in front. Switch, kick, step down in front. Switch, kick, step down in front. So we've done block, chop, punch, kick, kick, kick. 2 sets of 3 so far. The third set of 3 will be punch, punch, punch. We're going to do the first punch as we step down from that last snap kick. So we did 1, 2, and 3, and as we step down, we do that first punch. That way we're getting the forward momentum as power for that punch. Left hand pulls home, right hand punches. Punch and punch. On the third punch, we'll do a ki. The way we do our ki usually is oos or ah! And a nice loud yell from your diaphragm, not from your throat. So we've done block, chop, punch, kick, 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 punch, punch, punch. That's the first half. Now broken down into its snap outs, which for this form we usually don't do because it's so short. We just say, okay, block, chop, punch, kick, 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 punch, punch, punch. But technically there are 8 snap outs, and almost all of our forms have 8 parts to them, 8 directions, 8 snap outs. 1 or each will be block, chop, punch. Ni or 2, kick. Tun, kick. Shi or 4, kick, punch, punch. That's half of the form. Now we're going to do the second half of the form is the same as the first half with one exception. we're going to do thrust kicks instead of snap kicks. So instead of kicks that come up from the ground, heel tucked in, knee up, whip, we're going to do pushing kicks, almost like you're pulling a boot on, like you're trying to knock them back. So from the end of number 4, I'm going to face sideways so you can see what I'm doing better. From the end of number 4, we're going to look over our shoulder so we can see our opponent and know where we're going. We're going to take our left foot and cross over so it's on the other side of our right foot, so that when we turn, we're in a good left forward stance, just like the very beginning, except now facing the back wall. Block, chop, punch. That would be number 5. Number 6, thrust kick. Number 7, thrust kick. And number 8, thrust kick, punch, punch, and then yame, or finish. We turn back around, ready stance, hands at your side, stand up straight, bow, and back to your ready position. So, again, 3 sets of 3 for each half. You step out first, block, chop, punch. Kick, 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 punch, punch, punch. Then you turn around, block, chop, punch, kick, 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 punch, punch, punch. That's Tiger Cub.